It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness, it was the epoch of belief, it was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light, it was the season of darkness, it was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. No author could ever summarize high school as effectively as Charles Dickens could, even though he didn't intend to. Now, Mark Twain, another author from almost the same time, had more direct views on the public system. He once remarked, "I have never let schooling interfere with my education." Now, I don't know the kind of corrective techniques that were used on Twain in his childhood, but I'm convinced that had he studied at TSS, his ideals would have been fundamentally different. 4 splendid years at Thornhill have convinced me that my schooling did not, in fact, interfere with my education. And for that, as the cliched expression goes, it's both an honor and a privilege to be a valedictorian. For many of you, I stand here today as a classmate. For others, only a schoolmate. For a venerable bunch, a student. For some, a friend. For 2 of you, a son. For 1, a grandson. For 1, a brother. And for a fairly sizable group, a tutor. Out of these demographic roles, the most insightful one is a student, the most important a friend, the most defiant a son, and the most profitable a tutor. But enough about myself. I stand here today, well, a valedictory address should summarize our collective achievements. A compression of 4 school years' time, that's about 2 million minutes, in the span of just 5. Let me try. As a math student, I have attempted many times to model high school life using a cyclical function, but to no avail. The closest I've tried, the closest I've come to is y equals the sine of 1 over x. You're welcome. The point is, it's been a bumpy ride. There's no denying it. The reason the teenage years are infamously turbulent is that we have a melange of responsibilities, educational and personal. One day we're learning about hormones and biology, another day we're experiencing them ourselves. One minute we're writing a physics test, another we're admiring somebody else's physique. One moment we're studying history, another moment we're studying her story. One instance we're doing chemistry, another we find we lack chemistry. It's just the way it goes. On a more sober note, there have definitely been trials. Broken limbs, disputes, illnesses, losses in families, disintegrations of families, losses of friends, losses of classmates. These trials can be devastating, but as important as it is to reflect on them and to learn from them, it is vital never to dwell on them. I find it rather difficult to move forwards with my head turned around, although occasional glances do help me find my way. The power of our associations helps us cope with the rough times and enjoy the good. One of the things I admire most about Thornhill is the strength of our community. It's hard to imagine any school community as tightly knit as ours, both in the relationship between students and teachers. We manage to enjoy a healthy student-staff respect and still be able to socialize and ask for support. What else will I miss about our school? Let's see. There are the omnipresent Jamaican patties in the cafeteria. There's the loudness of Mr. Shulman and the tranquility of Mr. Abbott. Eye of the Tiger, William Tell in the mornings. 5 people to a table? Popular team sports like ultimate frisbee, hockey, basketball, golf, multitudinous clubs, some of which you are members with their free pizza, lockers we gave up on, a school-wide Kleenex deficit, being locked in the quad, I'm still seething. Before the orchestra starts interjecting, I know I need to give my thanks to those who comprise these memories. First and foremost, I applaud our teachers, who fulfill the invaluable duty of imparting knowledge and promoting ethical values. The staff members for organizing and streamlining our education, our families, because we always have to thank our families, and our friends, because we sometimes forget to thank them. I also give kudos to my fellow candidates on the valedictorian ballot, who are not only great friends themselves, but who have done a phenomenal job on the podium. To sign off, don't think you have it all behind you. You have it all in front of you. It's just that now you're a bit more adept at dealing with life. Do not revile your misfortunes, nor revel too much in your fortunes. Wherever you're off to next year, may your luck supplement, never substitute, your skill. And do not be wistful now that it's over. I admit Dickens may not have been referring to high school, but regardless, be happy that through the foolishness you received wisdom, belief through the incredulity, light through the darkness, hope through the despair. From now on, may you only have the best of times, and may your schooling only ever enrich, never interfere with your education.